Good afternoon. Anyone in here ever had to go through the criminal court process or been in jail? Hopefully not. But if you have, or if you do in the future, hopefully you will understand a couple of the different sentences that you could encounter. I'm going to explain two types of criminal sentences and how they compare and contrast and what that could mean for your future. If you or someone you know ever find yourself facing criminal charges, knowing the differences in these could help you with the impact that it may have on your future. Let's get into the two types of sentences. The first one that I'm going to discuss is a deferred sentence. Many people get this on their first charge and they have no clue what it means. I've learned a lot about this sentence in the last 2 years of being a probation officer for the district attorney's office. The purpose of these types of sentences is to reduce reoffending and help individuals with future employment. Because at the end of a deferred sentence, if you successfully complete the probation that they put you on, it automatically gets dismissed and expunged off your record. A deferred sentence also is not a conviction. It is setting aside your sentencing to see if you can and will complete the probation. So you haven't made any guilty plea, none of that yet. On applications, you actually don't have to say that you've been convicted of a crime whenever that question comes up. However, it will still show up on your arrest record. So it's best to be honest and put it on there so that then you can explain to them that you're going through probation and hope to have that off your record in whatever amount of time your probation is. Now that you understand a little more about what a deferred sentence is and how it can be beneficial, let's talk about a suspended sentence. This is also a rehabilitation sentence where they put you on probation and you have specific requirements to complete. Both sentences require you to normally have some type of rehabilitation with that probation, whether that be certain assessments, anger management classes, batter's treatment is one that they do often, and drug testing is a big one that is normally an obligation on there. You also cannot drink, use drugs, go to bars, hang out with felons while you're on probation. So there is a set of rules that is for everyone on probation. These types of offenders are normally also not violent offenders, so lots of drug charges, driving under suspension charges, driving under the influence. The problem with a suspended sentence is that it does stay on your record at the end of your probation. So a suspended sentence is suspending the jail time that the judge would have given you for you to have a specific amount of time to complete probation. If you complete that probation successfully, then your sentence is done. Stays on your record, is a conviction. If you do not complete it successfully, you go back in front of the judge and he has the option to put you in jail for the amount of time that he has already sentenced you to. Problem with these sentences is, in my line of work, I see a lot of people who successfully change their lives. They get off drugs, they quit drinking, whatever the case might be. They turn their life completely around while on probation. They get done with probation and they're excited and ready that now they believe that they can go find a good job. With a suspended sentence, that charge stays. I've had many probationers come back to me and ask, what do I do? How can I get this off my record? I've completely changed and I'm ready to move on. Most of the suspended sentences, whether it be a misdemeanor or a felony, have a 5 to 10 year waiting period. Then you have to hire a private attorney and get that private attorney to take your case back to court to actually expunge the record. This makes getting that off your record very hard, especially for a lot of these people. They may have changed their life, but they probably don't have thousands of dollars to go drop on an attorney to get it expunged off their record. So a deferred sentence is definitely something you would rather have, because the courts automatically dismiss that case and expunge it off your record at the end of it. In 2001, nearly 3 million people in the US were on probation. It is one of the biggest used sentencings in the US. It was mainly made to try and keep people out of just being put in jail for any and every little thing, and also to provide a way of rehabilitating, which oftentimes is not done if they just go to jail. While both types of sentences require probation and most of the time some type of rehabilitation, they still are very different and can impact your future very differently. Knowing the differences between these sentences and a suspended sentence can greatly impact your future if you ever end up facing criminal charges. A deferred sentence gets dismissed and expunged upon successful completion, and a suspended sentence, while still providing rehabilitation and keeping you out of jail, can be costly to remove off your record. If you ever find yourself sitting in a courtroom fighting a criminal charge or someone you know, remember, a deferred sentence is a great second chance, but a suspended sentence will still keep you out of jail. Thank you.